Yo, what's going on, guys? Top of the late evening or top of the morning, wherever you fine folks may be. Here we go. We had a green day today, for crying out loud. Imagine that. We got earnings, shorting, and then finally a little 3-4% gain, whatever the hell we had on the day. So just a tad under 40. We're going to do the same thing as we did last Friday, I'm assuming. Remember those green days we had with AMC when we ran? What was it? It was a lot of Fridays in a row. Let's start that Friday Green Day kickoff starting tomorrow. Okay, let's go on a 4, 5, 6 day week of Green Days, right? You guys, I'm going to do a couple little things different with the channel here. You know me, a lot of my stuff, and I can tell a lot of you guys that have been around for my 6 months on YouTube, you like the way I do the channel. I'm never going to pump anything, FUD anything, all the bullshit, that we've seen on Twitter. If you guys have been on Twitter, I just can't even get into it again. Long story short, so what I'm going to do is I have increased my GME position. By no means am I telling anybody to buy GME. A lot of the stuff that I touch on here, every other video is me pulling up a super stock page and sharing the information that's over there. That's a strictly you can't even, the word AMC is not even allowed on that, right? So this is just my opinion. You guys know this too. All these shorted stocks are in the same basket of shit. Okay, lack of a better word there, right? That's my opinion. A lot of people agree, a lot of people disagree. A lot of the GME people think that's the only play, end of story. In my opinion, they're all tied together. If massive margin calls happen, there's going to be penny stocks that run that you've never even heard of that are 0.000 well under a penny that are going to run to the moon. There's going to be and everything in between, all the BBBYs, these sundials, all this crap, right? So I'm going to touch on a little bit more of GameStop in here, and the reason I want to do that is I've had a lot of people over the months ask about it, covering GME. I did in the beginning combine both of them, which is what I'm going to continue to do. There's not going to be really much of a difference because you guys know me. We're not going to spend 6-7 minutes going over charts and doing all that stuff there. I'm bringing up news clips, trying to find pieces that are relevant to shorted stocks or the SEC, blah, blah, blah. Right? So I'm just going to add the GameStop in there. And the reason why I want to do that is because people have asked, for one. The main reason is because if I've upped my position there and I don't want to, I feel like I'm doing an injustice just talking about AMC, if that makes sense. This is more personal to me than anything else. I don't like being one-sided. I don't want to think, people to think that I'm coming on YouTube just for likes and comments and I think you guys get all that stuff about what I do here. Just have some fun. And you guys have said it time and time again. All the guys have been around. You love my attitude and all that stuff, and that's all I try to bring. And I told you guys from the beginning, I want to be a part of this in some way, shape, or form. So I just want to be transparent. I'm not out of AMC by any stretch of the imagination, but I did add to my GameStop position, and I have some other plays too, the shorted stocks as well. It's everybody's money, but I've held, all of you guys know, and I'm not going anywhere, and I just want to cover some of the GME stuff. Make sense? So, yeah, let me know if people are upset about it. I get it. Maybe you're used to me just talking, 10 minutes of AMC, but nothing's really going to change. I might touch on something that's only GME related, if it to the company or Ryan Cohen maybe, whatever the case is. But nothing's really going to change. I just wanted to make that clear. Okay, guys? So anyway, let's start this son of a gun off with a turd of the day. Look at this. By who knows who in the hell these fine folks are. The finance headline with every single piece of advertisement you can see. I don't even know if we're going to get through this quick turd of an article, though. So long story short, top 15 short squeeze stocks, November 11th, 2021. IINN, HUDI, Prog, Skills, BT. So let's just take a look at the rest of the 15 really quickly here. Turd of the day. There, you got the HUDs. Prog, I can agree with on that. SYTA, you get the picture here, right? Are we looking for GME, AMC, Bed Bath & Beyond? No, we don't see any of those stocks. I'm sure a lot of these companies are shorted. Sure, Not just like, the rest of the entire stock market. But I do agree with the big five, the workhorse, BBIG, and the Prog. But AMC, GME are nowhere near there. And obviously, those are the plays of the century, right? Yeah, another great turd of an article. And then look at this son of a gun here. GameStop AMC short sellers lose more than 10 billion as the year ends. 10 billion. It did go over in here about them recouping some losses from S3 Partners, their data there. They were getting some losses back at 20 million a day. Nothing crazy, right? But short sellers betting against AMC GME Entertainment Holdings the end of October by rapidly extending their losses despite making some rapid recoveries. The damage to the institutional camp appears to be permanent as they show little signs of recovery. So they're down big on these positions, right? They're monstrous. Citadel alone, right? As we all know, but still, you cannot continue this game forever and ever and ever, you folks. You fine folks over there at your hedge funds. And then the old big news flash here from AA Adam Aaron himself. As promised, many new ways now to pay online with AMC. We proudly now accept, drumroll, please, Bitcoin, ETH, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, also Apple Pay and Google. Incredibly, they already account for 14% of our total online transactions. Dogecoin is next on deck for the coins. So by the end of this whole thing, we'll probably have the entire crypto wallet on the AMC site. No, but the popular ones, which again I agree is very smart. The more eyeballs, the Dogecoin guys went nuts and ban AMC and blah blah blah. Then Adam Aaron got a hold of it, and guess what? He's got Dogecoin. Same thing with Shiba. Smart, smart, smart. More eyeballs on our beloved AMC, right? This here, shout out to, god dang this name. Look at this long ass name here. KSLV, yeah, you get the picture right there. Shout out to you, him or her, but over on the old Superstonk page. But look at this. MOAS trigger alert. Citadel investors have until November 15th to withdraw funds from Citadel. If enough investors get spooked and withdraw, MOAS will be triggered. I'm kind of excited to see. I don't know how we're going to figure all this stuff out here, but by the November 15th, usually 45 days by the end of the year, investors have to give hedge funds the bad news, whether they're leaving, coming, or going. I wonder how many investors know what's going on, the news, the trucks driving around Chicago and New York City. I'm certain a lot of people, they've got millions and if not billions of dollars into Citadel. I wonder how much they're going to lose over this whole shit show. And a lot of this could explain, Kenny G's, appearances all over and talking the last month or so. Maybe he's trying to recover some, or not recover, but not lose all these fine folks over there. So we'll keep an eyeball on that. That's going to be kind of cool to see. And then another thing with this SEC and DOJ signal aggressive stance to corporate America. I was thinking about this a little bit more. I know we touched on it last night. I don't want to talk about it because we already did, and I'm sure you guys have seen it. I was just wondering in my head here, we know the SEC's understaffed. We're hoping that all this stuff pans out, all these rules come into play. Gary Gensler and the new Savage, the bodyguard guy, whatever his name is, I forget, the guy that scares the shit out of me. You guys know what I'm talking about. Maybe they need some help from the DOJ. I don't know, but I like the fact that they're involved there. Sure, it could be putting on a front and cooling us apes down, or, a lot of this stuff's not directly tied with the gal talked about that we touched on last night, but still, it's something positive in the direction. They're heading the right direction towards where we're at. So we're going to have to see. I don't know. I would like to think so, but I don't know. Jesus Christ, what do I know? We're in trouble here, boys and girls. Shout out to Grape Ape the Great over on Superstonk. Listen to this for a brief minute.
I just don't know what the Fed's doing or why it's doing it, Stuart. They're way out of control. The way they historically have controlled inflation is by having required reserves and the monetary base, and then reducing the monetary base so that banks would be required to withdraw and reduce the amount of demand deposits and money supply. But there is no longer any connection whatsoever between the monetary base and required reserves, so there's no control the Fed has over money except that it's buying all the government bonds that are being issued, all the deficit, and they are doing just like you said, expanding member banks deposits at the Fed, and it's crazy. I don't know what they think they can do.
I see big trouble coming. Do you?
Me too. Yes, I see it's really big trouble. They have no control over money supply or anything else anymore. And what they do is basically irrelevant, except they can keep those rates low by printing more and more and more and more member bank deposits. What they do, Stuart, is they buy the government debt, and then they buy it with member bank deposits held at the Fed, which just monetizes all the debt that they've got.
Eesh. Eesh, eesh, eesh. I don't want to see a crash. I wouldn't mind if a crash came because of the MOAS, but things are ugly. We touched on the inflation last night. Roasted the last few months, 5.2, 5.4, 5.4, and now 6.2. That's a pretty big leap. That is a pretty big gosh dang leap there, folks. What else the hell do we got going here? I'm going to share a couple things. Let me slide this over to the end. Let's take a peek at AMC. We know up 3.06%, so pretty decent day, all considering how the week went, right? Tomorrow, 40.01. Let's see what the hell happens tomorrow. Let's get how about a nice 18% day on a Friday? Wouldn't that be cool? But anyway, we got to figure out what the hell happens tomorrow because we don't have the damn foggiest. GME 2, I expected this thing, they dipped it down to 197-ish or whatever. The little run here of 5 buckaroos above 200. That was a good day. I was surprised in that. I thought it would be hovering in the mid 190s for today's festivities over there on GameStop. Short interest again. Look at this here on AMC. We're 55, 60. Let's just call it 60. Jesus, we're going down. We can't even round. Well, I guess we could round it up to 70%, couldn't we, guys? We're going down. My God, what are they doing over there? What is the damn? Where's the NS? It doesn't matter. Either way, let's just call it 67%. Whatever, right? So yeah, we're way, way down, folks. Boy, the pool of darkness is way down. Screw yourself. GME 38, 48, 38% plus the 16%, 50 something percent. That's usually roughly around GME, where GME's at. Here we got a little bit more in the monies. We need this 40 buckaroos for 11,000 more. We got 13 negative. Yeah. 16,000, 100,000 out of the money in the put side of things. You guys, this was a good little tweet of a breakdown here of Ryan Cohen. I want to touch on a couple things on GameStop at the end because a lot of people have asked me. I've got a lot of emails over the last 3-4 months or whatever about GME, and I'm not pushing GME, guys. Do not think that I am, okay? But these people that wanted to get the information, obviously it's out there everywhere. These are the guy I'll show you next is a guy that I followed, and I think hands down is the most knowledgeable in GME. But this here, long story short, I'll pop this link in here for you. This is a good little breakdown of Ryan Cohen, what he's done. Sure, you can pull up a Wikipedia page in here, but this gentleman, Rax NFT El Chapo, he goes in over in detail here. It brings up a little bit more stuff. I was just going to pop in the Wikipedia page of Ryan Cohen. I'm sure a lot of you guys know, but there's a lot of stuff that a lot of average folks don't know about this guy. He is a savage, smart, brain surgeon type smartness. But anyway, if you want to read a little bit more, and like I said, there's a couple little bit more things in detail about Mr. Ryan Cohen over there on the GME. And a lot of people asking too, I got the questions in emails, about GME and this and that and the other thing. I have followed one dude for a long time, and this is him right here, Gurkinit. Big player over on Reddit. He has a YouTube channel, Discord, all that good stuff. I'm not pumping up or promoting him in any way, but he is absolutely outstanding. Sharp. He's been in GME for the longest time. He knows a ton about every single thing about it. But if anybody wants to read anything GME related, Superstonk's a great page. You got to take some of it with a grain of salt. Some of the posts over there get super upvoted and a little bit of this in there. Yeah, you got to kind of know who to watch for. But long story short, I stand behind this guy a zillion percent. His knowledge on not only the markets, GME, and everything in between. I've listened to everything he's said for months and months and months now. And you guys know me, I'm a big dummy. I got the patience of a church mouse. I understand maybe 50% of what he's saying, but I understand enough of that other 50% to get the big picture of things, right? So if anybody out there, any of you AMC savages want to read up on anything GME, over here, there's a gazillion written DDs over here, YouTube channel for him, and all that good stuff. Massive karma. I mean, he really does know what he's talking about, right? So that's it, guys. Let's see what tomorrow brings. We got Friday coming up. We all know about Fridays, but again, I would really love to see that nice little stretch of those green Fridays we had there. So let's bring them son of a guns back. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you later.